This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now we've just got a new TV. Bear with me, you'll see where this is going. After about 15 years, our old TV finally bit the dust, so we bought a new one. And as part of the whole kind of thing of, putting it in the corner of the living room where the TV lives, we decided to clear out that corner and with it the old TV cabinet that the old one was sat on. And you know what it's like, you're going through all of the old cubby holes and drawers and stuff that are in the old cabinet and, going into places that you haven't been in a long time and clearing out all the old VHS recordings and stuff. Who has a VHS player these days? Anyway, one of the things that was lurking at the back of one of the drawers was this cassette, and as you can see, it's got the words Autumn Breeze on it. Now, this is a tune that I recorded back in my early days of home recording, when I was using a Boss DR5 4-track drum machine sequencer kind of thing to put all of me backing tracks together, and everything was recorded onto this Fostex 4-track cassette recorder, which is what this cassette was recorded on. And I would love to be able to play a little bit of that track, but obviously I don't have a cassette recorder, let alone a 4-track cassette recorder that could play back this effectively this master tape of the tune on. But it's one of those weird things. I don't know if you're familiar with the idea of the Madeline moment, where it refers to, I think, an idea that just the slightest little reminder, a little prompt, can bring back an entire vista of memories from years ago. And seeing that cassette very, very much did do that to me. Suddenly I could picture the chord changes for the song, and I was starting to think about the solo that I used to play on it and all manner of stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to recreate that. And have a go at seeing if I could put something together that was very much like the original, my memory of the original from 20 odd years ago. So I did, and it sounded like this. And here's a little bit of an explanation about what I was actually doing and how I was thinking as I was playing that solo. Okay, so here is the chord sequence that's going on underneath the solo, and if we just look at the first 8 bars of it, you can see that it's essentially just a C chord to a G, to an A minor, to an F, and then C, B flat, F, and G. There's a couple of inversions in there, just different bass notes going on underneath, but basically those are the chords that I'm thinking as I'm playing over it. And the way I play, or the way I played this solo way back when, and the way I did it more recently, is to think in terms of tracking the chord changes with pentatonic scales. Many people tend to think of doing this in terms of the caged system, and I have done videos on the caged system and so on, but that essentially is a way of referencing your pentatonic scales by looking at patterns, looking at shapes, chord shapes basically on the neck. And I've just always found it more intuitive to think in terms of notes that I'm playing. So this is a little kind of breakdown of how I approach playing like this. It's a sort of an alternative to thinking in the caged system. So we begin with a C chord, so not surprisingly I'm using C major pentatonic. Like that, and I can play, you know, all manner of licks from that, as I'm sure you're aware. That kind of stuff. Then the next chord that's coming along is G, so I want a G major pentatonic. Now, here's the thing. I know all I have to do is locate the C notes in that C major pentatonic. There they are, and move them down a semitone. They become Bs, and suddenly I've got the G major pentatonic. So, you know, you can get all kinds of that kind of stuff going on. Next chord is A minor, so, well, A minor pentatonic, we know that that's just the same thing as the C major pentatonic, so I just bung the B notes back up to being C's again, and I've got my A minor pentatonic. Like that. Then we're heading off towards an F chord, and again I'm thinking about the note that I need to change, and I know that if I take the C major A minor pentatonic and locate the E notes and move them up a semitone so they become Fs, I've got the F major pentatonic, you know. Like that, and obviously all of the F major pentatonic kind of licks like that can start coming out. Then I go back to C major pentatonic because we've got a C major chord again next, and all, you know, all similar kind of stuff there. That kind of thing. Next up, I've got a B flat major pentatonic. So what I need to, B flat major chord, so I want B flat major pentatonic. So all I've got to do here really is find the E and A notes. So there's an E, there's an A, there's an E, there's an A, and there's another A there. Move those notes up one semitone, and suddenly you've got B flat major pentatonic, you know, so that kind of thing can start coming out. Then, you know, B flat, what's the next chord coming after that? Well, it's an F, so I know that all I've got to do to change a B flat major pentatonic into an F major pentatonic is find the B flat notes and move them down a fret so they become A's. So now I've got my F major pentatonic again. You know, I'm not having to move around the neck. I'm just able to stay static on one part of the neck and just find all of these different scales just by thinking, oh, move that note or change this note or something. And for me, it's, as I say, it's a very intuitive way of doing it. Then after that F chord, the next thing we've got is a G chord. So I want G major pentatonic. How I find that is I take the C and F notes. There they are, and C and F there as well. And move them down one semitone, and I'm back to me G major pentatonic there. And, you know, that's the scale, that's the shape I would use over that chord. So if I start stringing some of this together, let's see if I can create this, the kind of feel of the chord sequence just by moving pentatonics like this. So I want 2, 3. That kind of thing, you know. I'll probably play it better than that, you know, with the sense of a chord sequence behind me. But you get the idea. It's kind of suggestive of the chord changes that that would be there underneath it. And for me, it's just a very melodic way of using the pentatonic scale or scales. That doesn't require you to think too much. It's just a case of, you know, move this note, move that note, and I suppose it all hinges on how well you know where the notes are on the fretboard. So, you know, if this is a style of playing that appeals to you, then there's an incentive to get to grips with that little task of finding out where the notes are on your instrument. It's good fun. Go and try it. So there you have it. That pretty much concludes the story of you know, my Madeline moment from you know, my home recording days back in the 90s. There is of course a full tab for this solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a backing track for it, and you know, the clip of me playing the solo and the clip of me explaining what was going on there. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is of course in the description. It's only $3 a month, and you get access to all of these additional resources that go along with these little YouTube lessony type things that I do. Thank you so much to everybody who helps me out in that way, or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down in the description. I am truly, truly grateful. Thank you very much, and thank you in advance if you're thinking about doing it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.